We're hitting the button now?
Yeah, we're hitting the button.
The button has been hit?
The button is hitting. The button is hitting. The button is hitting.
Is that a new hit song?
That's drop that button.
That's a new hit. That's a new hit song. It's it's something with T-Pain and Rihanna together.
Oh, that'd be horrible. Are they still doing their thing? I mean, they're still.
You're not allowed to have a song in pop music unless you have help from another artist. You have to
or
like
just steal someone else's song.
Or steal someone else's song.
Or just steal that song and
you gotta team up. Like, I'm not capable of just making my own song and singing it. I have to get. There's going to be a rapper involved while I sing.
We are live
with the auto-tune,
which is awesome. We're live.
We did it right. Woo! Maybe.
No, Jace did it right. So
Jace did it right.
Michael is on the road right now, and he is traveling up to the great state of Michigan to. We forgot this, so here, I'll get this rolling. There. Sorry, we're running a little bit behind today. We got a lot of things going on. We actually got off of a Gun Talk Hunt podcast, which, if you're not aware, that's a real thing.
Sneak peek. We were just recording with Mr. Fred Eichler, and
yes.
we learned all kinds of tips about hunting and also his safe word. So you're gonna want to tune in.
That will be a good one.
To Gun Talk Hunt
it
podcast.
Will be a great one.
It's really.
Are letting you guys come in. If you are not aware, this week we do a giveaway every week. All you got to do is enter, and we had one sneak. Goes in, and I was wondering when someone was going to do this. So he goes in and puts one word for each sentence. And I think that was on Facebook, which you're monitoring. I'm monitoring YouTube. But
are we going to have to come up with rules and stuff?
No. I think we keep the rules as it is. Every time you comment, you get an entry, and he just figured out a way, but he did not win. So
I love this show.
Yeah. But this week on the chopping block is a worn range tool. We carry this with us in our range bag every time we go out.
That's a must-have.
Yeah, it's 12 pieces, 12 tools in one. We got a Surefire t-shirt and a Springfield Armory t-shirt. So you guys just enter to win, and we're good. Do you want to announce the winners, or before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and
all right. Today's Gun Talk Live is brought to you by Springfield Armory and by Crimson Trace Complete Focus. Also, Sig Sauer. The Sig Sauer MCX Virtus PCP air rifles are now shipping. Woo! Based on the MCX Virtus Patrol Rifle, the 22 caliber air rifle. This is a semi-automatic PCP air rifle, 30 round rapid pellet magazine, 17. The MCX Virtus PCP air rifle, that means pre-charged pneumatic.
Yep.
If you're not in the know, is now available for purchase at sigsauer.com/store. Sig Sauer air guns are super cool. I could go on for a while on that one. Also,
it's crazy.
Ruger's Light Rack LCP2 and 22 long rifle is a low recoil pistol with an easy to manipulate slide that shoots comfortably regardless of your hand size or strength. The Light Rack system combines refined slide serrations, pronounced cocking ears. I said I was going to tell you what that is. So on the very back of the pistol, on the slide, there are these little bumps that come out, just a little bit. You're going to hit those bumps and your hand won't slide off at all. Or if someone wants to slingshot it, you have something to grip onto. It's a real thing. Lighter recoil spring to ease the burden of cycling a pistol by hand. Find out more at. Also, 22 long rifle is cheaper to shoot if you can find it. So also in the news.
Well, let's announce our winners real quick.
All right, let's tell.
McKinney off of Facebook. Congratulations, buddy. You won the O-Light, and if you're man enough to carry it, you'll carry this little purple light right here. You get a little multi-tool and a headlamp for it, but also some Manscaped products which is
smell
looks like
good.
hair and body wash.
He's going to look good. He's going to smell good.
And some foot deodorant. One of your friends
It's not just
told me
about
you needed
guns
it.
here. It's about grooming on
Yeah.
Gun Talk.
And then our next one I'm really excited about. He won the Olight Odin, which comes with a tail switch for your, a switch for your,
Thingamabobber.
for your long gun, and a Manscaped shirt. So who was that?
Jason Bonanza.
Jason Bonanza, whose Call of Duty name is NY Bonanza. I say we hit him up tonight, play some Call of Duty with him.
Sure.
So
COD.
anyway, yeah, COD. We're gonna hit you up, Jason. But congratulations, you guys. If you guys did win, reach out to me, kj@guntalk.com, and claim your prize.
So did you buy a gun in the month of June? If you didn't, you were like the only person who didn't, apparently. Because
I bought 4.
record-setting month. And I mean like all time.
Yeah.
3.9 million NICS firearm background checks being conducted in June alone. So far in 2020, 3 months have sported over 3 million NICS background checks, more than any previous month since the FBI began recording the stats 22 years ago in 1998. March was 3.7 million checks, May was 3.1, June was 3.9. And from what I hear,
What are new gun owners?
40% of those are new gun buyers, which, as Jace pointed out, that's like, I don't know, 2 million or so a month.
Yeah.
Maybe, 1.5 to 2 million new gun owners a month. That is super cool. Welcome in, guys.
So basically what that means, if you are a trainer, your classes should be filled.
We've been hearing from trainers on Gun Talk Radio. They're like, it's just nuts.
Their classes, when they post them, they fill up immediately, and which is great. And I hope they're all new gun. Because the EDC class, the CCW classes, that's not a training course.
So people talk about defunding the police and go riot, and people go buy guns. Go figure.
So on our Instagram page, I don't know if you guys have seen it, I posted a little meme, and it says, what is it? So you're telling me that I need to wear a mask for my protection and your protection. But that's kind of like guns, right?
Kind of like,
are they required? No. But if you want to protect yourself or others,
yeah,
kind of need a gun.
It's an interesting time. So if you're watching this, you probably are not one of the new gun buyers. You probably don't follow Gun Talk, but hopefully we got some new people coming on board. So have you had people asking you about what gun to buy or what to do with guns? Be that helpful gun owner.
Voice of reason.
You're the buddy. And they have questions. Be helpful. Try to get them started in the right way. Encourage them to go get some training. Take them out shooting them and show them the right way, the safe way to get started. What I don't want to happen is a lot of new people with guns, and then like we talked about last week, have people standing out in their yards waving guns at people, and it makes the gun owners look bad.
Yeah. Yep.
What we do want to happen is they discover that guns are really fun. They're really cool. Hey, maybe I want to buy another one. And wait a minute, the Second Amendment is super important.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, this pertains to me.
We've had that conversation, and I know you guys have too, where going now through the process of gun ownership, and they're finding it's not so easy to get into the market of a new gun. They have to jump through all these hoops. But why do we have to do that? Why are we? Well, because you voted on it.
That's right. Especially in places. I know Joshua Burns says he's behind the 2A curtain, iron curtain. He might be in California
or New York.
He didn't say, but yeah. I mean, if you're in some place like that and you go to buy a gun, they go, "Hey, 10-day waiting."
Best of luck.
10-day waiting period. You go, well, that's stupid.
Find your hidey
It
hole.
is stupid. So, hey, you can repeal laws. Laws don't have to stay in place for eternity. Yep. If the majority of the people in the state go, this is ridiculous, we need these out of here, and if your politicians won't vote for it, remove the politicians.
Yeah.
Swap them out.
Luke Capria had to harass them, I'm assuming, I don't know, Luke, tell me who you're talking about. But as we had a conversation about why anyone needed to have an AR-15, those conversations are great to have, especially now. And we've talked about it before. I'll wear my #guns hat out everywhere, and it starts those conversations. Oh,
Absolutely.
you like guns? Oh, yeah, I do. Are you a fan? And well, I've got some issues. Let me hear them. Like, hopefully I can be a voice of reason, or if I've got my buddies are on speed dial and they ask a question I have no clue about, man, I'll call them right there. We actually, it was funny. Heather Mayan of Luth AR.
Yep.
I was in a gun shop, and a guy asked me a question on, about a buffer tube and what was needed, and he had a Luth AR, and I was like, wait 1 second. Man, I speed dialed Heather.
Really?
But she picked up, and I answered it. He bought it right there. And
No kidding.
But
That's
he was like, my friends don't know this. And I was like, honestly, I really don't know. So be that voice of reason who actually tries to help out.
Yeah. Josh says he's in New Jersey. No carry permits at all for anyone. Ouch. Well, hey, at least I'm sure you have no crime in New Jersey.
Yeah.
At least there's that.
Yeah.
Right? No? Anyone?
You're all right.
Hello?
So on the topic of guns, people getting involved, a special introduction this week for all you lefties out there.
Not leftists. Lefties.
Lefties.
Left-eye dominant.
Yes.
See what we did there? Actually, Savage just announced that their precision rifles are going to be available in left-hand models.
Which is big.
That's great.
I mean, because like PRS shooters, you have to either go custom on a lot of guns, especially if you're left-handed, because they just don't.
And the Savage precision guns are what Savage guns are known for. They shoot really great. They have a nice trigger, the Accu trigger, I think is what they call it on Savage, and they're fairly affordable for an accurized, kind of pimped out gun. The problem is, I can run a right-handed bolt, but if you're really trying to be competitive in precision rifle, what you want to be able to do is stay on the gun, like really on the gun, and run the bolt, and see your hits, see your misses.
So I have a question for you.
Because you'll have to come off the gun if you don't.
So you kind of had this problem growing up, and do you always shoot left-handed? Or have you just adapted yourself to shoot right-handed?
I've never shot long guns right-handed.
Okay.
Unless it's some kind of drill.
Problem, but I taught myself to shoot right-handed. I'm like, well, I mean, all I've got is right-handed guns, so I just shoot right-handed. But I'm coming into the phase of, re-educating myself. I mean, I've only started that 6 years ago.
And it matters a whole lot more on shotgunning. Wing shooting, clays, that kind of thing. It matters even more there. I know there are a lot of people. I think the stat I heard is there's probably 10 to 20% of the population is actually left-handed, but there's like 30 to 40% of the population. You should be shooting left-handed.
Right.
If you're left-handed.
Luke Capria brings us in an interesting piece of trivia.
All right.
Savage invented the radial tire. I did not know that.
Okay. I'll just take your word for it.
Luke's got knowledge.
Yeah.
And Luke, I did ship out your light this week, so hopefully you should receive it either today or tomorrow. He also asked, why should one carry every day? Have you turned on the news?
Because
because
you cannot predict the future.
Yeah.
If I could predict the future, I'm not going anywhere dangerous today.
Yep.
I know that nothing bad's going to happen. Well, guess what? I mean, where we live is pretty suburban.
Yep.
It's not a high crime area, but crime happens everywhere.
We have a complaint.
Oh gosh. All
okay,
right.
we do have a complaint.
What did we do wrong?
No, Charlie Tango Mike says didn't think that was possible. Come on, guys. So let's give him some hard-hitting stuff. What's our next topic? Let's go. We'll move. Hey, Tango Mike, we'll move on for you.
Moving on.
Yep.
I'm bored with this.
Nothing to see here.
I'm gonna go watch some YouTube videos of cats on a rowboat or something. All right. So what else are we talking about today?
Rowboat?
Yeah, cats on a rowboat. I bet you.
Is that
that's a thing. I don't know. Just Google cats on a rowboat.
Yeah.
See if that's a thing.
So seizing guns. I think if you're not aware, the government will come. They will come after your guns, and we have seen that with the St. Louis couple. We were just talking about them last week, and you guys have some very strong opinions about that. But now the government came in and they took his gun away.
The last I'd heard, and maybe there's new information with this, but he wasn't charged with anything.
No,
but they took his guns.
How is that legal?
This is the problem.
Because they're reviewing to whether or not it was, I don't know if it's lethal intent or what it was, but basically their problem was their muzzle discipline. They were pointing it at people, and
yeah, you can't do that.
That's a problem, and that's where more training comes in.
So that's something to just remember is, even if you do everything right, which they didn't, that you very well could get arrested. You very well could have your gun seized. And this is a whole nother topic for another show. But when your guns are taken, now a lot of times you have to fight to get your guns back.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had people on Gun Talk Radio over the years. I mean, they're fighting for years to get their guns back. And now, what if you're somebody who has a gun for protection?
Yeah, you're that one gun owner
who a gun,
happened to have to use it.
You had to use it. Now the cops get in and go, hey, we're going to have to take this for evidence. And you're like, now I have no gun.
Yeah.
Now
I have a question.
But good luck. Go home.
I have a question.
I know you just had someone burglarize your house.
This is a legal question that I'm not familiar with. So if they take that one gun, you're not charged with anything. Mm-hmm. Are you able to go purchase another one?
I would think so.
I would think so.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if they would flag you.
What's the question on the 4473? Are you under indictment or investigation or something like that?
I mean, but if you are, then you can't buy one.
Correct.
Yeah. Tango Mike says, not hanging on you guys at all. We don't take it that way. We actually, give us your constructive criticism.
Thick skins over here.
Yeah.
We're fine.
We can take it. I mean,
tell us to do better. Do better, damn it.
I like it. I'd rather be called out than just tune out.
Maybe something more specific, like you want us to talk about a particular subject.
Yeah.
Or
well, Luke Capria,
show you some
brought
cool stuff or whatever. We're cool with that.
But yeah. Luke says you weren't charged with anything, and I do agree. But if you're, I guess you would have to be considered. You would be charged if you were under indictment.
So Rob Lomax says Missouri has a BS attorney general. So that's another thing, and we've talked about this before, is
a Barry Steller?
a BS.
I'm going to take that up.
Bull stuff?
Bull stuff.
Bull stuff, attorney general. Just because in these, again, even if you do everything right, which they didn't, the politicians who are trying to placate to their voters may not be in favor of what you did. They may not like gun owners. They may not like, who knows, people who wear pink polo shirts. So even if you did everything right, you may have an attorney general or a district attorney locally who's coming after you.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Hascat said. He says, now the Senator Josh Hawley is asking Attorney General Barr to open a civil rights investigation into the St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner, who is targeting the McCloskeys for defending themselves against the Black Lives Matter mob.
Chad Winkler, thank you.
Yes.
If you're a gun owner, you definitely need to have a legal protection plan in place before you have to use your gun. We have some links for USCCA. I know in a bunch of our stuff, websites and newsletters and all that. So check out United States Concealed Carry Association. They're one of the ones that do it. There are other ones that do it as well, but they're one of the bigger ones.
And Chad's right. You got to be prepared. And I know Chad's he's like pretty good in with USCCA.
Yeah, he kind of manages a lot of the recruitment in Mississippi for them.
So anyway, guys, if you don't believe the government will take your guns away, I mean, it's happening right in front of our eyes a lot of times on a daily basis. And that's one reasons why we should be terrified of red flag laws.
So next subject is,
it's
super duper hot right now. We're in South Louisiana. Do you have different everyday carry aka EDC Loadouts. Do you change what you carry from time of year? Do you change it for weather, depending on what you're wearing? What's the strategy there for you guys?
So, can I give you my look on it?
Yeah.
And how I do it?
Absolutely.
I don't change it. I do not change it because I like the comfort level of it. I'm used to using it. There's a familiarity there for me. But I really don't. But I do change how I practice. If it's winter, I'm going to practice with kind of winter style clothing on, a little bit more bulk, which is a little bit more cumbersome. You got to be a little bit more agile and more deliberate with your movements, especially carrying appendix. You've got to really clear that garment because you've got an overcoat, something like that. And then summer, it's just the same.
I don't change a whole lot. I do change maybe a few times throughout the year, but it's not really based on the weather or what I'm wearing. It's really based on because we work with all these different companies and they send us stuff to try out, and I'm trying out different holsters, different guns. That being said, it's probably not ideal in some cases. That being said, I wouldn't make drastic changes unless you're really practicing with it. For instance, if all of a sudden you're going to carry ankle carry. Well, unless you really practice ankle carry a lot, I'm not sure if that's going to go well for you. Or carrying a way different gun, the way it operates. A DASA gun versus a striker or a revolver, you may kind of run into wait a minute, unless you shoot it a lot, you may not be super comfortable with it.
Yep. And we've got, now that is interesting. Charlie Tango Mike. Where do you guys stand on the new Sig Sauer P320 magically firing without being touched allegations? That's a new one.
I'd have to find out more about it. Most of the time, guns don't just go off.
Well, because they had
don't go off.
Well, but they did have some issues with the first gen, the first run of P365s.
Yeah.
Oh no, the P320s.
P320s.
Because when you dropped it would go off, and that was yes.
It was very, 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 very hard to replicate. But actually, it was. I want to say it was because the trigger weighed too much, or something in the trigger mechanism weighed too much. But it was very hard to replicate.
Yeah.
So
we've got
I don't have an opinion on that
questions. We put this up last week. This poll up on Facebook or on YouTube. And about whether you change your carry depending upon weather, the situation, or the clothes you're going to wear, and we got quite a few responses. Poor Gak Attack, got a feel for this guy. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to at all, as I would be surrounded by armed police, gun or no gun. Good old Britain.
I was like, wait, what?
Wait, what? Is he a felon?
You can't carry a knife.
Yeah.
In Great Britain.
Yep.
Think about that.
Yeah. And then Matthew Haynes says, I have the Bravo Concealment, which is a great holster, by the way, that I use in the winter. Then I easily convert to the belt clips to IWB in the summertime. Happiness for me. Which that's a good way to look at it. You have one holster. You're not changing your whole rig, just how you carry it from outside to inside.
I mean, outside the waistband is more comfortable.
Well,
I don't do it very often, but unless I'm at the range or something.
Yep.
But yeah, if you live in a place where it's easier to have a cover garment on in the winter. Outside waistband is great. Chad says, I change up my EDC between a Glock 45 and the 43X. Stay with the same manufacturer, so I keep the same trigger feel and sights, so that my eyes see the same thing every time. I think that's a good strategy. I could see that. Or, for whatever it is. I mean, we were just doing some stuff with high-vis sights. You could swap out all your sights to be the same sight picture. So you have the H3s or whatever they are.
Yep. Oh, for the light waves? The H3?
Light waves,
light waves.
Those are cool.
Yeah. We're going to be doing some stuff with them. But, I don't know. I go back and forth, and I understand, outside the waistband's more It's more comfortable. Like if you're, especially if you're going on a car trip, something like that. If you can throw on a jacket and get down like that, that's fine. But man, for me, I like to keep it consistent. You know, it's a familiar feel. It's comfortable, and I don't have to think about it. Although, you know, I mean, it's right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right there. I just can't switch from appendix. Like, it'd be too hard for me mentally to switch from here to here.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
say,
do that.
okay, I'm consciously going to swap this out. I'm going to go drill it and practice it and get comfortable with it.
And okay, so ba with the ba, or whatever.
Ba with the ba.
Yeah, outdoors.
Ba with the ba.
He says that's a
Ba
stupid.
with the ba.
This is a stupid question for anyone that has any training at all. Which I don't necessarily agree with that.
What does he mean?
I think he thinks it's a stupid question because.
Like it's stupid. Like it's super easy to change.
Like you should not have to have different setups. I think he says one for like just one. That's all you need.
So here's a little side note, and I don't know if this is what Ba with the Ba is speaking about, but some people will go to a class, a handgun class, for instance, and you'll go, "How was that class?" You know, "It was amazing, best thing ever. I'm totally tuned up." Have you ever been to what's another instructor you've been to? No, just the one. And that one class that weekend they did is gospel. It's the end. If he taught me to do it this way, and that's the way I do it 100% of the time. I think the more instruction you take, with different instructors all over, you kind of see, well, maybe there's not one way. You start opening your mind, or maybe you find a few consistencies that like seem to be everyone agrees on. This is the way you should do it.
This is actually really funny. So back to, I'm jumping back and forth because Tango Mike's pitching in here on the Sig P320 going off. He's call guns that have been fixed are going off in their holsters.
Guns don't go off. I'm sorry. Guns don't go off, everybody. They don't. It just went off. It's magic.
Yeah.
It doesn't really
I don't
happen.
know if there's got a lot. Like a guy goes out and he like has a burr or something in his holster, and he goes out, catches it on the seatbelt, boom. Then he's got a hole in his dash or something, you know. But yeah.
Well, I say that. I guess if it was a really screwed up gun, it could go off. But I would not.
Oh, geez.
I'd want to, you know.
I've got to look at it.
I'd have to see firsthand, like not I read it on the internet or a friend of my cousin's roommate said that this thing happened. It didn't happen to me or someone I directly knew where he's like, this happened to me.
Now, I mean, yeah. Because I had one of the first production P320s, took a weekend-long class, so Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday. I had, first time running it through an entire class, there were some malfunctions, heavy malfunctions going on in that gun. Sent it back. They said, sorry about that. They fixed it, sent it back, ran another like extensive course of fire with it. Yeah. No issues.
Well, and that's another thing. Guns are mechanical objects, and if they're breaking all the time, that's not good. But if you have a problem, we'll fix it for no charge, and generally you get it back and it's perfect. It's fine.
Well, and I've heard instances where they're like, yes, it is a mistake. We're going to recall it. They'll send you a new one many times.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
They'll
They're
make
like,
it right.
this isn't, they'll make it right.
So, all right. So, guys, you know, we're not going to solve it today.
No, we're not going to solve it today. But Tango Mike, thanks for bringing that up, and thanks for allowing us to up our energy level a little bit. And Luke Capria is taking Chris Sereno's training course, which you are going to be thrilled with. Kick him once or twice for us.
Ask him to give you the analogy about the frog and the wristwatch. It's one of my favorites. Chris has a lot of sayings.
That is good. Yeah, the frog and the wristwatch is a good one.
All right, guys. So anything else? Comment. You'll be entered to win.
Yeah, all these guys they're entered to win. I really do. We do appreciate you guys, and we want to do a great job for you. If there's something that you want to discuss on here, like Tango, and we might not have the final answer, but we'll do our best to help you out.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for watching, guys. That's it for us. Gun Talk Live. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching Gun Talk Live. For more great gun content, subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. You can always watch the Gun Talk channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. And of course, you can always find us at guntalk.com. Thanks for watching.